We'll move on to the next question, next problem, that is illustration number 4. On the very next page, page number 8.18. Write the illustration number and page number. Again, that is to write journal entries. So, give the heading journal and draw the format of journal. Underline this heading. The format is date, particulars, LF, debit and credit. Okay, so that is illustration 4. First one, as usual, the first transaction is Pavan started business with cash of rupees 1 lakh. So, we will write the date 2020, April 1st. Yes, when that person starts business with cash, what's the journal entry? What's coming into the business? It is the cash. So, cash account debtor to Pavan's capital account. The amount is 1 lakh. Write the narration, started business. The next one, April 2nd, opened bank account with check from savings account. Okay, so the firm is opening a bank account, but from where they are taking the amount? That's the question. It is from the savings account. Savings account, in between I had told you about savings account. Savings account means it is the account of the owner. It is the personal account of the owner. Because the firms will not open savings account usually. What the firm open is called current account. We have different types of bank accounts, and what the firm opens is, the firm's account is current account. So here they have mentioned specifically as savings account. Savings account means it is the account of the owner. So what is happening here? Using owner's personal amount, the business is opening their bank account. Are we supposed to do that? No, the owner's assets and the firm's assets both are entirely different, because we are following separate entity concept. So here we are using the owner's amount. Shouldn't we give it back? Of course yes, because that is not your amount, it is the owner's amount you are using. If owner's amount are used by the firm, we will return it in the form of capital, isn't it? Capital is the amount of the owner. That's why we are writing it as to capital always, because that should be given back to the owner. It's a liability for the firm to give it back to the owner. Same like that, from when you take the amount from savings account, that means you are taking amount from the personal account of the owner. You are liable to pay it back. So to which account you will add this? To the capital account you will have to add this amount. So at the time of winding up of the business, this amount will have to be given back to the owner along with capital. So we will add this amount with capital. So what's happening here? We are opening a bank account, isn't it? So cash is coming into the bank account. What comes into the business is a new bank account is getting opened. So what comes into the business is the bank account. So what should be debited? The bank account should be debited. What should be credited? We have to pay this amount later to the owner, and for that we will open the account, that is, we have already opened the capital, we will add this amount also in capital account. So this is the journal entry. You opened bank account, Since it is from savings account, you are writing it as to capital. Or else, if nothing was mentioned like savings, from where will you take? From your cash balance you will take and you will open a bank account. That time what will be the entry? Bank account debted to cash account. We have discussed that in the specimen entry. The amount here is 50,000, 50. Opened bank account. The next one is April 3rd purchased computer against cash. April 3rd purchased computer against cash. When you purchase computer, can we write purchases account? No, you must specify the asset's name. So what comes into the business is computer. So computer account debtor to cash account. Computer account debted to cash account. The amount is 20,000. Write the narration and then you draw line in particulars column. April 4th paid for repairs. Okay, paid for repairs. So it's an expense. What's expense here? Repairs is the expense. What is moving out? The cash is moving out and the amount is 2,500. Journal entry is repairs account debtor to cash account. Repairs account debtor to cash account. It is 2,500. Paid for repairs. The next is April 5th. It is purchased goods in cash, that we know the entry. It is purchases account, you can write because assets name not mentioned. Purchases account debtor to cash account. The amount is 10,000. Purchased goods. Next is April, which one did we write now? April 5th, no? Yes. Next is April 6th, purchase goods from Prasad and Company. So what should we write? Purchases account debtor to the creditor's name you must mention. Prasad and Company, the name is mentioned means this is credit transaction. Amount is 1 lakh. Purchased goods from Prasad and Company. Then April 7th. All these are familiar transactions. April 7th, sold goods against cash. So what is coming into the business? It is the cash. So cash account debtor to sales account. Cash account debtor to sales account, amount is 20,000. The narration is sold goods. Next is April 8th, sold goods to Dev and Company. The name is mentioned means it is credit transaction. Dev and Company is our debtor. So he must be debited, sales must be credited 75,000. So Dev and Company's account debtor to sales 75,000. Narration: sold goods to Dev and Company. The next one is April 9th. It is Dev and Company returned goods being defective. Okay, just now we sold goods to Dev and Company. Now they are returning goods worth rupees 15,000. So now what happens? Dev and Company, is he a debtor to us? No, because he returned goods means he is no more a debtor to the firm. He need not give us money because he has returned goods. Though not fully, he has returned some part of the goods worth rupees 15,000. So Dev and Company is no more a debtor. He should be cancelled. How will you cancel a debit aspect? He should be given the opposite aspect. That means we have to now credit Dev and Company. Why we are crediting him? Because he has returned goods to the firm. Shouldn't we give us that amount of 15,000? When a person returns goods of 15,000, shouldn't we give him the amount of 15,000? Yes. So Dev and Company is now our creditor. We have to give him money. So we are crediting him. Now the account to be debited is a new account. When a customer returns the goods, that means already you sold, that goods are being returned now. For that, the account you opened is called sales return account. Understood? First you sold, now they are returning. So it's called sales return. And don't get confused. Sales account, we know that it's normally credited because the goods are going out. Sales return must be given the opposite, like sales return must be debited. Sales, we know that already, it is getting credited. Sales returns must be always debited. Otherwise also, if you identify one, the other thing will be automatically debited. Sales return, or it is also known as, you write both these terms, return inwards. Sales return or return inwards account debtor. Return inwards means first we sold, now it is coming back into the business. Again it is coming back into the business. So it is return inwards. Understood? So sales return or return inwards. The amount is 15,000. Goods returned by Dev and Company. April 10th, goods returned to Prasad and Company. So we are returning goods to that company means we would have purchased first, now we are giving it back. So entry would be the reverse. What would be the entry? Prasad and Company's account debtor to purchases return. You purchased, now we are returning means which is the account you have to open? Purchases return account. Purchase account we have debited already. If it is purchases return, it should be the opposite, like it should be credited. Purchases return account should be credited. And to whom we are giving it back? It is Prasad and Company. So the journal entry is just like this, it's a reverse. Prasad and Company's account debtor to Prasad and Company's account debtor to purchases return. Purchases return account must be always credited. Or it is also called return outwards. The amount is 8,000. Returned goods. We are returning goods. So now he should give us the money. That means he is now our debtor. You need not think too much, just identify one aspect. We are returning goods to Prasad and Company means we know that it is purchase return. Purchase return must be credited. So, the other one must be debited. Then purchase is return, also known as return outwards. First we purchased, now we are returning it back. So, it is moving out again. So, it is return outwards. Then the last one, paid salary, that is an expense. So, what will be the entry for that? April 11th, paid salary, that is salary account debtor to cash account. Previous question also we had this transaction. It is 15,000. Don't extend the line to the other columns, it is just till particulars column. So, it is paid salary. Okay. So, now the question is over, you can close this journal. So, these two accounts, almost the transactions were similar. So, now you would have understood at least the basic transactions, basic entries. So, be thorough with these entries and always draw the format before you write the journal entries.